friends, and welcome to another story time with me, Liz. As always, it's lovely to have you with me wherever you are in the big wide world. I hope you are feeling good today. Actually, how are you feeling? Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Now, today we're going to be reading a Charlie and Lola story by the author Lauren Childs. Have you ever had a toy that you just loved playing with until one day you go to play with that toy and you find it is broken? Well, that's what happens in this story. It's called Whoops, But It Wasn't Me. And look, there's Charlie and there's Lola. What else can we see on the front cover? Yeah, we can see a space rocket and a TV. Yes, and it says, as seen on TV. So maybe you've seen this story of Charlie and Lola, Whoops, But It Wasn't Me, on the TV. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. Sometimes Lola likes to play with my things. Usually I don't mind. One day I come home from school with the best thing I have ever made. Lola says, "Ooh!" And I say, "It took me 10 days, 3 hours and 40 minutes to make the outside, which is called the superstructure." Oh, look, there's that rocket. It was built from 3 cereal packets, 10 yoghurt pots, 28 bottle tops, 150 sweet wrappers, and a roll of extra wide tin foil. 2 whole tubes of glue, 3 pots of paint, and half a roll of sticky tape. Lola says, "Ooh!" I say, "Don't touch it. This rocket is really breakable. I don't mind you playing with most of my other things, but you must double, triple promise me you will never play with this." "Let's play something else then," says Lola. I say, "I've got to go and see Marv, but what am I going to do?" says Lola. And I say, "Why don't you play with Soren Lorentzen?" Soren Lorentzen is Lola's imaginary friend. No one can see him except for Lola. And Lola says, "Yes, Soren Lorentzen always wants to play with me." "Hello, Soren Lorentzen," says Lola. "Charlie's gone to see Marv, so we can play a very good game, can't we?" And Soren Lorentzen says, "Yeah, with those 2 laughing hyenas, that are brothers and twins." And Lola says, "Yeah, and Ellie the tiny small elephant." "Where will the adventure be?" Soren Lorentzen says, "In the place where all the animals live." And Lola says, "In a place a long way away." "Oh no," says Soren Lorentzen. "Ellie is really sad because he doesn't like the hyenas laughing at him and he's far away from home." "Those hyena brother twins are meanies, aren't they?" says Lola. "What are we going to do?" "Oh, we can't leave Ellie all sad," says Lola. "He must go back to his nice friends in Elephant Land. But how are we going to get him there?" Then Soren Lorentzen points at the rocket. Lola says, "But that is extremely breakable and special rocket, and Charlie said that we should not never touch it or play with it." "That's true," says Soren Lorentzen. "I think what Charlie meant was that if we did play with it, we must keep extra specially careful and not break it." So Lola reaches up to get the rocket. Soren Lorentzen says, "Remember to be extra specially careful, Lola." And Lola says, "I am being extra specially careful." Then she says, "Whoops." Lola looks at the pieces of broken rocket. "You know, I think that when things are broken, they can always be mended together and made to look like new. If we both act normally, Lola, Then Charlie will never know we did it, said Soren Lawrenson. Lola whispers, no, he never will know. When I get home, I shout, my rocket! Lola, did you break my rocket? Lola says, I didn't break your rocket, Charlie. You absolutely told me not to never ever touch it, ever. And I say, you are telling a big lie, Lola, and you know it. Don't tell Mum, says Lola. Wait, Charlie, I just have to quickly talk to Soren Lawrenson. Lola says, do you think we should tell Charlie what really happened? And Soren Lawrenson says, maybe we should tell him that someone else broke the rocket. And Lola says, oh yes, because that's nearly true. So Lola comes to talk to me. Charlie, Soren Lawrenson and me have got something very extremely important to tell you. I say, what? Lola says, it is the real true story of who broke your special rocket. Well, me and Soren Lawrenson were playing in our room, Charlie, and Ellie needed to go in your rocket. And I didn't think that was a good idea, but Ellie wasn't listening. So we all squeezed into the rocket so that we could go and find all Ellie's nice friends. It was real squish, but we did it. We took off higher and higher, right around the whole world, and then we went down, 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 and down, and down. And then we landed in a far, far, far away elephant land. The rocket just fell into pieces, and that's what happened. I say, right, I'm going to go and tell Mum. Oh dear, I don't think he believed us, said Soren Lawrenson. And Lola says, I think I have to tell Charlie the truth, but will it make Charlie like me again? And Soren Lawrenson says, yes, as long as you say sorry too. Lola knocks on the door. Soren Lawrenson really wants to say sorry for breaking your rocket, Charlie. So I just shut the door. Then there's another knock on the door. And Lola says, it was me that broke your rocket. I was playing with Ellie, and just as I was getting your extremely special rocket down from the really high shelf, it fell and broke into lots of pieces. I am really ever so very sorry for breaking your extremely special rocket, Charlie. And I say, are you really, Lola? And Lola says, really, really, truly sorry. And she does that really very sorry look. So I say, that's okay. At least you've told the truth. Then Lola sees the rocket. Oh, you mended it, Charlie, she says. And I say, yes, Lola, I've mended it. I like it, says Lola. And I say, don't touch it. Wow. Well done to Lola for eventually telling the truth about breaking the toy. And well done to Charlie for accepting the apology. I'm sure that's happened to you quite a few times when your friend, or maybe your older brother or younger older sister, has broken a toy. They don't mean to do it sometimes, it's an accident. And if that happens, as long as you tell the truth and you say sorry, everything will be okay. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that story. Thank you for listening to it. And until we meet again, remember, stay safe, look after one another, and keep smiling. Bye for now. Take care.